What's going on, guys? What's cracking out here in the garage? Working on my Supra and still working on Frank's over here, but I've got some big news and I'm just gonna show you guys. Look at all this, it's insane. So I'm covering up the one side there because it had my address on it, but if you can see here, Red Horse was kind enough to send me a bunch of lines and fittings. And I'm like, there's like, send me a list. I'm like, okay, so I sent them a list, and Kevin and those guys are at Red Horse were so nice. I hope, Kevin, I hope you're doing better too, buddy. He actually got COVID. Yeah, that's legit. So I hope you're doing well, buddy. That's no joke. So hope you recover and recover fast, man. So look at this. I'm just gonna start taking stuff out. This is insane how much stuff is in here.
Cause I'm crying when I see the misery. The world is fighting and we are the enemy. No need to protect the society. We exchange our regrets for anxiety. Oh, tell me what's the reason why we stay alive.
Alright guys, so this is everything for the most part in the box. There were some t-shirts and some other things in the box too that I didn't talk about yet, but that's everything in the box. And this is only half of it. I can't thank Red Horse Performance enough. You know, this is obviously, I'm not even gonna, so you guys can tell, but they sponsored this and give me enough for my car, my wife's car, and then some. And it's unbelievable. So I actually been using Red Horse fittings. The first time I used them was back in 2013. And then this last build I did on my car, believe it or not, I used Race Flux. Race Flux was a great fitting too. I actually had no issues with them, but Red Horse was kind enough this time around to actually, you know, sponsor this entire build for my wife and then help me out also. So cannot thank them enough. Just coming down here, some of the stuff. A lot of what we have here is Ptfe. So what you guys probably don't know though, I'm only using Ptfe for the transmission lines. The rest I'm using regular ED5 safe Viton line. That's what I have on my car and I actually prefer it. We're gonna see here, I'm gonna show you guys how to install these lines, how to use them, how to cut the lines, so on and so forth. Some of the tools that actually Red Horse sells too. So they have a line cutter right there. They're actually designed to cut some of the lines. It's only for specific ones. They sell tools too like this. So this is designed to help you install the actual fittings itself. You're not technically supposed to use these to put everything on. Like, you're not technically supposed to use those to install or actually put the line and the fittings together. They're meant to install the fittings to like the car and things of that nature. And then there's just fittings. I mean, look at all these. I put them on the floor here for perspective, laid them all out because, I mean, if you guys could tell me that's a lot. Inside of here, if we open this up, this is their big fuel filter. I haven't taken it out yet, which I need to. And then I've got 2 fuel pumps for the wife's car. They're 340 liters per hour. So if you do the math there, that's obviously 680. I've got 2 525 pumps in my car, but that'll do enough to make, you know, probably, I don't know, 800 wheel horsepower on ED5. So that's way more than enough than what she will really need. I could have done 3, but I think 2 is enough for right now. I don't want to go any more than that. The pumps look really nice too. Again, I haven't taken them out yet. I can do that at another time. Sent me some stickers and again, shirts too. And again, like I said, this is only half the order. So, I mean, there's a lot more lines coming. There's some fittings missing just because COVID has really ruined so many things, unfortunately. COVID has really screwed things up. Like shipping times have really gotten messed up because of it. Parts shortages have really become an issue. Like myself, I actually used to do work for a company called Sandvik, and we used to actually cut and machine metal, blah, blah, blah. I know like alloys are really shorted right now. It's just everything's gotten really messed up because of this, and these guys are no different than the rest of us, unfortunately. So they are working to get the rest. They're working very fast too. Like I said, the gentleman that helped me with all this ended up actually getting COVID. So Kevin, I hope you're doing better, brother. That's no joke. He was doing not so good. Even talking to him, I feel really bad for him. He was quite sick. So I hope you're getting better, brother. But that being said, this is mostly going in my wife's transmission that's sitting over there in her car when it comes back. We obviously still have Frank's Supra sitting here. I love this car. Waiting on parts for it, waiting for wiring. I ordered some stuff from ProWire USA, so I'm waiting on fittings and stuff like that to finish this up. I actually just ran some of the hose here today. This is vacuum line hose. It's actually silicone hose. This is not like fuel line. A lot of people use fuel line hose. This is actual silicone hose, so it withstands the heat, won't crack over time. It should last literally forever. I literally have mine resting against my hot manifold and it hasn't melted. It's pretty impressive stuff. So yeah, just waiting on parts for that. So watching Cooper right now, you guys can't even see his face right now. There he is. He's got the 2JZ F body. The thing's pretty cool. I love his content. Been really enjoying what he's been doing. It's a lot of like in your face, like how to get this done, how to do that. Very, very cool, man. Proud of you, brother. You're doing a great job. I'm gonna start putting some of this stuff away here before I do again. Ptfe line here versus some of the regular Viton line. I'll go over when I start installing this, what the difference is, how to do it. Personally, I am a regular Viton line guy. I've never had an issue with Viton line. What I mean by that, it's a type of rubberized material. It doesn't off gas. You won't be able to smell the fuel in your garage, nothing like that. Old lines that people said were for 85 didn't work as well as they do now. Now, the Ultimate technically is Ptfe, but it also has its good and bads too. This can actually handle more heat than that can. So it's very minimal difference, honestly. Anymore, they're just as good as each other. The only difference is Ptfe is definitely a pain in the butt to put together, which I'll show you that there's more to it. But at the same time, it's technically supposed to be 100% resistant to everything, or darn near close to it. So I'll go over the pros and cons of that when I have that video done. I'll go over the fuel pumps too. They are E85 safe fuel pumps too. I'll also go over the hose cutting and how to install everything, and then go over the differences between a regular, so like regular E85 fuel line, which is the Viton line fittings, versus using the Ptfe fittings, which are different. If you look here, they almost have a little flare, and then inside of them, they have a little collar that we have to install, where with Viton lines, you don't have to mess with the collar, and you don't need the specialized tool. Again, slightly different, but they have their applications. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. Again, last but not least, thank you, Red Horse. You guys are the best. I appreciate all this. One last thing I wanted to show you guys here before I finish up the video is this Ptfe bead spreader. This is one of the tools that came to. I've never actually seen one of these, but I actually can, if I can undo the collar here. So if we undo the collar here, this thing is a solid piece of aluminum too, which is pretty trick. So if you undo it, there's two sides to it here. Each side allows you to slip inside of a Ptfe line and actually spread, okay, it spreads that bead so you can actually get the collars in and get the line a little bit easier. This side I think is for 3, 4, 6, and then the other side, okay, does 8, 10, and up to 12 here. So it's pretty cool. You can just flip it out. You take the collar off here like you can see, and you just flip it around. So I'll only be using it for this side, so I'll just keep it like that, put it back on, and just spins on. It's got a nice knurled end too, which I like, so you can actually grip it. And the other end, I mean, this is solid. I mean, where this goes down in, they only machined out what they had to, which I really like. So let me set my camera up quick. So right there is your open line, right? Now there is tape on it. So all you would do is take this end here. So take this end here, you literally take it in. You can see it goes in, and then you can see it starting to bottom out there. Now I already did this once, but you literally take it in, and it's to help spread that out. Now the part of the tool is too, you want to put your knurl in there. It's to help spread out the tubing inside. If you've ever worked with Ptfe before, this stuff is very, very hard. This is why I don't usually use it, but we'll see how well this goes. If I end up really liking it, we'll do more of this stuff. Ptfe should last longer. I do like this rubberized coating they put on the outside of it too. So there is a, if I could show you guys here too, pull it out. There is a hard tubing layer in there. If you guys can just see that in there. That's what allows us to keep the fluid transfer and the smell, everything out of your car, anything you're doing. And then you've got the rubberized coating with the bead in there, and then they got this rubber coating on the outside yet too. So I'll go do another technical video and break everything down for you guys. This is more of a thank you thing and just kind of showing what I've got so far, but I'll do a true technical video on the Ptfe versus the Viton line, how to install, why I install it the way I do it, so on and so forth. That'll be a pretty good video for y'all to watch. And to show you guys some things here, so I'm already taking apart. Here we got a package here. This is a Dash 6. So actually, I love these little packages that come in too. So usually when I get AN fittings, they just come like a little baggy with the part number. These come in like a hard plastic. You know, one thing is weird. I've said this before. Another company called Racing does a very good job of this. You know, packaging is a big deal. That's why Apple spends so much money on packaging, because the fit and feel of something makes it feel better, quality, right? Just having packaging makes the quality of the product look better. So the packaging for these is really, really nice. And I like that if I didn't need to use it, I can seal it back up and reuse these. These are actually kind of nice to have. They aren't like cut at the top, so like they're not you don't have to get scissors out, they just pop apart, right? Very simple, very basic. But what I want to show you guys here, this is a Dash 6, or put in here, this is a Dash 6 to M, come on, focus for me, for M16 by 1.5 adapter, okay? And originally what I was going to do is use them here and here. Now looking at it, now I've got a fail point here, fail point at that collar right there. I've got a fail point in between here and here. and I've got a fail point here. Now you're saying, what do you mean by fail point? Every time it seals somewhere, that's somewhere it could possibly leak. The less points that it has to seal from, the less chance you have of a leak. So I'm thinking about, instead of even doing this now, just getting a dash, fitting and putting it directly in here. I already have the size, and same with this, and using here like a 90 off of this, I would use, I don't want to use a 90 degree because I feel like if you come off of this, because the way it's coming, I almost want to use 120 because have it come out this way a little bit. So I have to take a look at this, and same here, I'd have to have it come out, and then, because if you do a 90, it would dig into here, and you don't want that. I want it to come out and kind of swoop around too. So I have to look into that, but I think I'm gonna do that. So I'll give you guys a full breakdown when I do all this, and I'm gonna give you guys part numbers, and I'm gonna give you sizes on what you need to make this, and I'm gonna give you lengths, everything. This is gonna be an awesome video. I'm pumped to do that. So there's gonna be a transmission one, a fuel line one. This way you guys know what to get. I'm gonna list all the part numbers down below for you, make it as easy as possible. It's gonna take me some time, so I hope you guys enjoy those videos. And on that note, guys, I'm out. Thank you very much for tuning in today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Peace.